I thought our guys competed pretty hard, but we were a little bit overmatched physically. I thought Xavier played a really good game, did a nice job on the boards, and defensively really slowed us down. And I thought Holloway kind of dominated the game from the point guard position. Every time we kind of made a little run or had them, I'd say in the zone, kind of looking a little unassertive. He made a deep three or made a play to get somebody else's shot, and I think he's maybe moving to the forefront is this early in the season as one of the Player of the Year candidates. But they're a good team, very good team, especially at home. And I knew it was going to be a tough game coming in. How tough? I guess I didn't anticipate. The way the game got away from us a little bit. But really, it's not a football season. We got to play again on Saturday. I think the team has to regroup and get ready for a home game versus a tough LaSalle team. So kudos to Xavier. I thought they were definitely the better team tonight.
Seemed like that zone you guys played against Dayton worked really well. Try the same thing today, and for a while it worked, but then Holloway just would break it.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't want to stay with it as much as we did, but it was really the one thing that was effective because of their size and their physicality down low. And then, two actually made some deep threes that we hadn't seen from teams that we've played it against. And really, he separated the game. I mean, he really did some nice things to get Jackson a corner three, hit a couple up top, drove the ball, ducked in one of the big guys. I mean, when he accounts for 11 points in a 4-minute span, one way or another, I think that's called kind of dominating the game.
Anybody else?
Yeah, talk about just their inside presence and how they were able to keep you guys away from the basket, even driving in on offense.
They had a nice game plan of keeping us away from the rim. A lot of the teams that have played them and talking to some different people, they said that they're one of the more physical teams that they've gone against with their size and their toughness around the rim. And we saw that firsthand. They did a nice job of really blocking up the paint. And they made us shoot 23 threes, and most of them were contested. And that put them in great rebounding position, and then they were able to get some transition baskets. And they had a good game plan. I thought they executed very well.
And then all of a sudden they seemed to turn things on. What changed up?
Basically, they just went on a run. We stuck with them for a little bit, but after a while, they just opened it up, and we couldn't withstand.
You've kind of gone against these guys for several years. It seems like they always have a guy who steps up no matter who they lose, and this year maybe it's Holloway. Kind of after losing some of the guys they lost from last year's team, losing Crawford, it seems like there's always somebody else that they fill in.
Yeah, I mean they're a great program. I tip my hat to them. They very well coached. I guess that's how it goes. They don't rebuild, they reload. So, that's good. That's great for them.
You had it seemed like you guys were stifling a little bit early. That first 10 minutes or so, you guys are playing that game plan. They're not really getting off those shots. They're not getting the easy buckets, kind of like what you guys did to Dayton. Was there a turning point or anything?
I think there was a turning point. I mean, they might have hit 2 back-to-back threes, went up around 11 maybe, I forget. Then it was an uphill battle from there. We weren't making shots. They were making shots, and when you're on the road, a couple calls don't go your way. That's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how the ball bounces.
Yeah, you guys did hit with some obviously some foul issues. Shame, 5 minutes and 5 fouls. That's kind of not the greatest line you want to see. And it seemed like he was in there just playing straight up defense at times.
Yeah, I mean he had a tough assignment to guard Kenny Freeze.
Yeah.
Him and Sean, they had a tough assignment down there, and unfortunately he got into early foul trouble. Then early in the second half he fouled out. So he played as hard as he could. He tried, but unfortunately he fouled out.
It seemed like they're a tough matchup down low.
Yeah, they're bigs. They're very physical. McLean and Freeze are very quality bigs down there, and there's I think they're the most physical bigs in the conference. And whoever goes up against them got their hands full on that given night.
Full run, so I mean, It felt like we had them down. We had them right where we wanted them. We were moving the ball where we wanted to, and a couple quick bad shots, a couple turnovers here, and they went on a run. They went on, I think, at one point they went on like an 11-0 run, and we just never recovered from it.
Holloway said actually when you dunked on him, he said we really had to pick things up then. It was kind of like their impetus to do that. Did you get that sense from them then?
Yeah, I mean, usually in a basketball game, when a team dunks, like their team gets momentum. But it did seem like after I dunked on them, they got the momentum and they used it to fuel their fire.
He's a guy you guys have seen before, but it seems like he's stepping up into a little bit bigger role just because of who they lost.
Yeah, I mean, he played a great game. We had a game plan where we wanted to stop him. We didn't want him to get into the paint, but I mean, you watched the game, so you saw it didn't really work. He got into the paint, basically let Will hit, a couple of deep threes. A couple of them weren't contested, but we wanted to contest all his threes, and we didn't. But I mean, his shots were falling the night he was on. So.
Saturday against State, or last Sunday against State, you guys were able to get to the free throw line on an awful lot, 36 times. Tonight, only 15. Was that as much their defense as just not allowing you guys to get a lot of penetration?
I mean, once I think we were doing a good job of drawing some fouls earlier on, but once they went on their little run, we started taking, like I said, we took quick bad shots, and we got away from what we were trying to do, which was grind them out and try to get to the line. And so once we were taking our quick shots, they couldn't get tired for us to get them to draw any fouls.